Hi everyone. I just got back from a little trip to Walmart and I picked up some paint chips. Got these right here. I'm not exactly sure what to do with them yet, but I thought they were really good size, and I picked up my favorite colors, a little bit of everything, and I also picked these two black ones. I think it's really cool. But what I really had aimed for were these. These are the Kilts pages. They're paint chips. It's one large page and they're 8x10s. And the whole thing is a peel and stick paper. Peel and stick, yes. Awesome. And what I like to do with these is just make background, background paintings. And I thought you guys might want to join me in a little background painting show. So, I'm going to start one at a time. I'll put them this way. And this is going to take a lot of painting and drying time. So I'm going to do several of them at one time, like that, to give the paints time to just dry in between. And I'm just going to use regular craft paints, some Anita's, some Ceramic Coat, Apple Barrel, Folk Art, those kind of things. And I'm going to start with this one. Oh, and I'm probably going to use a credit card, and this is an old gift card. Okay, and this is the fastest, easiest way to spread paint around without being like too neat and precise, and you know, just have something interesting going. Might be a little bit too thick, so I'm going to take another page right here and lay it on top, but let me see, I don't want to get rid of this extra I got here. We'll lay that on top and kind of mush it around. And this is the kind of painting I like to do, really very relaxing today. Look at that. It makes these, when you put two things together and pull them apart, it makes that little design like veins of a leaf, which I really like. Okay, this is kind of thick, and I still got a lot of paint here, so I'm gonna put it on here. And just make kind of like a scratchy design. Alright, and that one's covered pretty good, and I'm going to put this aside and let it dry. Now, and I've mentioned this before, don't edit, I don't speed up videos, and I just don't know how, and I really don't want to learn that yet anyways. So the in-between times, if you get bored, just speed it up. Alright, here's another one, and I'm going to put that one up to dry. Now I still have a lot of paint left here on my card, so I'm just going to wipe it off on my paint drop paper. I've been collecting a lot of paint drop papers lately. I've been doing bunches. In fact, this one has a little bit on this side. This one coming out pretty good, but it's too messy to start a video with. So I'm just going to show you guys how I do this one. Okay, here is another paper, and I'm gonna do something a little bit different with this one. Let's see, maybe some, let's see, some blue. This is some blue. I'll squirt that on there. Blue and a little bit of this same yellow. Okay. I'm going to spray some water. Now what's great about these sheets, they're very thick, and the painted part is almost like a vinyl. So they work really well with alcohol inks, which I don't have. But if I did, I'd show you how to do that. And this is just an old funky brush. And I'm just going to spread it around. And wipe my brush off on the paper. And just kind of like make a mess. Okay, put a little bit too much paint on this too, so I'm going to take another one of these and smash it on top. Now that I like. Very interesting. Now this one's needs a little bit of paint on the edges. Now when you do work like this, try to keep in mind to work with colors that work well with each other. This is looking pretty. Okay, so I'm going to pick these up and let those dry. Now, before I start a project like this, I tried to make some spots in my room where I can lay these down and let them dry. And let's see, I got two more over here. And these I'm going to do something different with. Now I'm wiping this off, and I'm not worried about them getting dirty on the back because I'm going to peel that off anyways. So dry my brush on the extra drop paper. Okay, what I'm going to do here is, let's see, I'm going to start with some colors, a little bit of color. Some bright colors to start making some kind of a background. And this is a little bit better brush, nothing too fancy. Now you see how it streaks on here? That's because of this kind of a vinyl finish that these have, which is good. And this color is Ripe Tomato. Ripe Tomato. And what's next? I'm gonna pick up this one, which is Fire Coral. It's also a color that works well with orange. It's a mixture of pink and orange. And I'm just gonna slap it on here. And I might want to spread this a little bit before it dries too much. This is so much fun. It really is. I'm not worried about creating a masterpiece. I'm just wanting to put some foundation down. All right, so right now we got orange and coral. Coral. Okay. So this is golden sunset now. I'm gonna put a little bit of this yellow, not much, just a little bit there and a little bit here. And wipe off, clean this brush here. And now I'm just gonna kind of like loosely paint on top of this coral with this yellow and work it in this area. There we go. Now yellow to me is almost, it's like a neutral. Yellow will mix with any color just fine. Even purple actually. It makes, now you got to be careful, it kind of makes a deep golden brown if you mix it with purple. But I like it, it's interesting. I'm not going to put purple on here yet. I just want to keep these colors kind of peachy. This one's too yellow, so I'm going to put some more of this fire coral on top of here. There we go, fire coral. Now while this is still a little bit wet, I'm going to scrape it around a little bit. I'm gonna make some interesting designs. All right, I like that. So I'm gonna let that dry. Coming back. Hold on. I'm coming back. I'm looking for some more papers. I know I have more of these somewhere in here. Or stashing. Okay. Here I got some more. Now this is from several trips to Walmart. I don't go in and swipe them all. Just a few so they don't notice. They're there for me to take anyway, right? Yeah. Just want to paint chips. All right, so we have a lot of yellows and orange color, coral. We have a blue and yellow, which is kind of a green color. So let me try something a little bit different. How about some red? This is lipstick red with some blue. This is turquoise blue. And then we have this cobalt blue. And we have purple. Ooh, ooh. This is a metallic purple, sort of pretty. Yeah, okay. This lipstick red by Folk Art is it's a soft red. It's real pretty. And I actually use it to paint lipstick on my girl faces. So, just gonna squish it around. I'm going to squish this one around. Now I'm wiping my brush clean on here. Now this doesn't take that much artistic talent as it does. You do it fast like this, and it makes you do things that you normally wouldn't. And it's called intuitive, actually. You know, like this blue. Yeah, this blue and purple and red is not going to mix too well. Blue and red is supposed to make purple, but in theory only. It does make purple, but it's not the best purple in the world. But that's okay, because I'm going to spray it with some water. And maybe squish it around a bit. I had this other thing. Marker. Now I can't find it, of course, because I want to use it. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to go back. It's a putty knife. Alright. Yeah. See how it's kind of a muddy purple. I'm going to take this and I'm going to dry the puddles off. And let's see what happens. Yeah, I like that. And now this one. And I'm going to dry this one off. Oh, that looks cool. Yeah. Okay. I wonder if y'all can hear my mom in the background talking. She's talking on the phone to my aunt. Just ignore that. And just listen to me. Alright. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is starting to look a little 4th of July-ish. Don't really care for 4th of July. Well, red, white, and blue is, I mean, the color of the flag, yeah, but as far as artistically, unless you're making something patriotic, it's not my favorite colors together. I'm going to put these up to dry. Some more to dry. Gotta find a spot over here. Okay. Now, let's try something. Oh, you know what? I never make anything in the neutral colors. It's time to make something in the neutral colors. So, let's see what I got. That's neutral colors. Something a little more toned down. I have this light mocha. Yellow ochre. Okay, yellow ochre. Got very little yellow ochre there. Might have to get out my good paints. Burnt sienna. I love burnt sienna. I forgot to put that metallic purple on. Yeah, but I'm going to do that later. Let's see. Burnt sienna. We have... This is a midnight blue. Like burnt sienna. I have this red. It's called Wildberry. And this is a very old bottle. But gosh, I love it. It's kind of like looks like my nail polish. It's a little bit darker. And what you can see right there, how it looks. It's a beautiful color. It's like a magenta or something. Then I'm going to try some of this. And then I have, let me see if I can find it. No, that's another metallic. I just reorganized all my paints. Midnight, yes. This one's really pretty dark blue. I like this one. That one. And this is a light. There we go. Let's see what that does. And what I'm going to do is just spread it out. And try not to make mud. Okay, this, and this is by Apple Barrel, Wild Berry. I think I've looked for this and I couldn't find it. But don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. It's the prettiest color. Just rich. For a cheap paint, it really comes out wonderful. Now here we're getting in mud territory, so I don't want to, let me see, the yellow ochre. Yeah, this yellow ochre, I think I added water to it. It's kind of watery to squeeze out the rest. I'm just lightly spreading it. Okay. And, oh yeah, I have this thing. It's called a paint eraser. And my all the paint has fallen off this brush because I kept it in the water too long. But anyway, it's got a little rubber tip. And what it does is it picks up paint. See? It picks up paint. It's kind of like a little tiny squeegee. I like it. Yeah. And it works well with these pages because, like I said, it has kind of like a vinyl texture to it, and it just yeah, makes it slide through. And I could probably even write something. Love. 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 Yes. No. Me. Okay, I kind of like that. Yeah. Beautiful. This one, what could I do with this one? Let's see. Something, need to get out my mark making tools, which I just recently picked up. This, I got this from the Dollar Tree. It's like a non-skid pad, which if you go to Walmart or any other place, you're gonna find this huge roll. But this Dollar Tree one is it just had a little square, so I thought it was great. So I'm going to stamp this one on, and let's see, what can I do? Haven't done any of this, and I need to clean this brush off. Yeah, get this one out. You know, I'm just painting this on here. Let's see. Interesting. And what does it do? When I sponge it, I'll take my little, this right here, and use it as a stamp. Oh yeah, I like that. Stamp it on. Stamp. And then this has paint on it too. Yeah, I like that. Huh. Dollar Tree texture. And this is another little piece that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. This is, I think it's a shelf liner. I'm not sure. But it came in a little roll and it was only $1. And let's see what color would look good with that. How about some yellow? Now normally I'm not this messy, but I'm trying to hurry it up for the video, so I don't bore you guys to death. I like this. Let's see how this does. I'll pick some of that up. All right, I like that. That looks pretty good. Yeah. I also really like this color, and I don't have much on here. Let's see, what could I do? I'm gonna do a little bit more with this. I have lots of stuff. Oh, this right here. Piece of cardboard. I just cut in a circle and peeled it. Let's see what happens. And I gotta clean my brush again. I'm gonna squirt this on top of my table. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it might be off camera. All right, well, it's still wet. I'll stamp. And stamp this way. Gives me that waffle look, huh? I like this color. Wild berry. I gotta think next time I'm gonna look again. Wild Berry by Apple Berry. By Apple Barrel. Wild Berry by Apple Barrel. And I'm gonna cross it. I'm gonna go to it right here. And cross it. Cool beans. Now, while I still have some of that, I'm gonna pick this up, let it dry, pick this one up too, and let that dry. Okay, these are the first ones I did. They're still wet, but not soaking wet. So I'm gonna blow dry these for a little bit. So just fast forward. One wet spot right there. Check the view. For my picture, everything is on screen. Alright, this one's a little more dry than this one, so what I'm going to do, let me pick this up a little bit here. There we go. Spray it with water. Bring my wild berry and do this. And put a little bit of this blue just over here. And spray some more water. Make sure it's nice and wet. And some more of this berry. Not crazy about the blue, the way it's mixing. So I'm just gonna dab a little bit here. And put some more here. Okay, well it's still wet. Alcohol. And what the alcohol does, it hits the acrylic paint and it pushes it aside, causing these marks. It's pretty cool. 91%, I don't know if you can see that with all the speckles, 91% isopropyl alcohol that you can get at Walmart, dollar store, in the first aid section. Just regular rubbing alcohol. And I like this one. Came out pretty looking juicy. Yeah, that's a good background. We'll let that sucker dry. Okay, now this one. Now look at my paint dry paper. It is looking scrumptious. I'm gonna have to make a video on just what I do with all this mess. Okay, I'm gonna blow dry this just a little bit more. That's my other yellow sheet. Gotta go grab my water. Be right back. Okay, so I'm trying to do something a little different with each page here. And this one, I'm going to go for my stencils, if I can find them. Okay, so, here they are, here they are. I got stencils aplenty. Stencils aplenty. I got some new ones too, I don't want to mess up yet. Okay, here's a stencil that I could do. So what else? This one of my favorite little butterflies. This one looked like a bunch of tire marks ran over something. I haven't tried that one yet. I like that one. What do you guys think? This one, yes. But maybe first, put a little bit of a background. So what should I do as a background? A very light blue. How about that? Well, Caribbean blue by Apple Barrel. And put that in the water. Caribbean blue. And I'll get my favorite stencil brush. This is one of those little kids brushes, but it works great for stenciling. And I don't know if can you see my brush? No. But what I do is just swirl it around in the paint until I work it up into the brush a little bit and not be goopy. And just kind of like, just lightly tap, 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 tap until I get most of the paint, a large amount of paint off, and then swirl it in here and work it. Put a little bit more. And this light blue mixed in with this yellow background is going to cause green. And I'm just being messy with it. I'm not worried about getting an exact print. And put a little bit over here. It sounds like my mom's about to stop talking on the phone, even though I told her I'm making a video. Don't be surprised if she sticks her head in here and tells me something. And then she's going to say, oh no, I'm on video. Okay. Then I have, like I said, this one looks like a tire ran over something. So I'm going to put this like right down here. And clean this brush up a little bit. I love this brush. I could just smash it and mistreat it all I want and nothing happens to it. Okay, I need another cool color. How about this pretty green Apple Orchard. From Apple Orchard. Okay, I'll put some right here. Yes, it looks like a footstep or a tire ran over my paper. Oh no, tire ran over my paper. And pretty much every stencil I have, I've gotten on clearance or Tuesday mornings where, you know, something's not the original price because I'm cheap that way. But that's okay. Yep. Let's see, how about a different green? This is another green. This is a new leaf green. New leaf green. We'll use one. Ah, not the butterflies. Can't have green butterflies. Let's see. Okay, I got this one. The new leaf green is going to be a yellow green. Right here. All right. Yeah, I got a little bit of background. Now, like you see, this is 75 cents, okay? Clearance stencil from Hobby Lobby. Now I'm going to do stencil. Do the flower in that pretty red. Here we go. Now I don't want to do this stencil in that solid color. I'm going to try something different here. As you can see, it's got a middle, a little middle here. I'll do some of this coral. Or coral. Coral dead. Coral got bitten. If you don't know what I'm talking about Walking Dead, people. Walking Dead. Okay. My mom hates that show. She says, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever seen in my life. Yeah, I'm sure it is. And a little bit of this coral in here. It's kind of juicy. I'm wondering if it's going to be, a little bit squirty when I pick this up. I want to get that in there. All right, and I want to get a bright red in there. Let me see, do I have a bright red? Red is the hardest color. Here's another lipstick red, same thing. Let's see what else I got. I got this red. True red. Let's see how true you are. Squirt. Clean my brush and put some real red in there. Okay, clean off my red. I'm gonna have to wash this one because I'm switching to green now. And what do I do with my paper towel? Okay, I have this bright lime green that I was using, and just want to make sure it's worked in there. Okay, and that's going to be the leaves. I'm going to put it I used to never buy stencils because I was like, "Oh, what's the point of a stencil when I can draw it?" Yeah, I could draw this, but it has other benefits. Like I can make this flower all over a large paper and not get tired of it. I can make it faster. Okay, I need a darker green. Let me see, more of a leafy green. Oh yeah, I really like this. Yeah, I'm gonna put this bright green in there. Just put a little bit of that. Try to get it right there in that little corner without going into the flower. All right. Now, the last thing I want to do is put some black. A little bit of black. Try to clean this off as much as possible. Wash, wash, and dry. All right, I'm gonna take some little bit of black paint here, and I'm gonna work it in the brush. I don't want this really wet, and do it right here in the center. Kind of like a poppy. I should probably go at a smaller brush about now, but I don't want to. And you know what? This probably... Let's see what I got. Oh, there's too much yellow in there. Clean off brush. And more green. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's smeared. Paint was way too wet, but that's okay. I like that. And now I'm going to press the negative on my backdrop paper. Let's see what I get out of that. That's good enough. Yeah, I like this stencil, and I rarely use a stencil like the whole thing to make a complete image. I usually just use parts of it, but I hadn't used this one before, so I was just interested. Now, if you wipe it right away with a baby wipe, it won't get all gunked up. But I usually, and I'm only doing this because this is a brand new one, I usually get my stencils up in a big old mess before I clean them. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And that's not all. Okay, there's a lot more to that. I would put like several more layers on top of this image. I wouldn't leave it like that. Let me grab something else. Okay, here we got an orange one, and I'm going to need something to spread paint on. Oh yeah, I got, well, this was a piece of silicone matting that I got in the baking aisle at Hobby Lobby. And it was working great. This big, it was about this big. I broke it. I was just stretching it because I get it full of paint and it gets stuck. And if you stretch it a little bit, the paint kind of pops up. But I ended up breaking it, which kind of bummer. But it makes an excellent palette. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is get some contrasting colors and stamp. Stamp with different things. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do the rainbow. Now, if you're not sure what the rainbow is, I got this from Shannon Green. I don't know if it's her original idea. She claims not to have any original ideas, but neither do I. It's what you do with them, you know. I give you an idea. You don't have to do it exactly like me. It's what you do with what you learn. It's your creativity at work. So anyway, this is my rainbow technique, or Shannon Green's rainbow technique. Start with some yellow and then work yourself out like a rainbow. So going to go towards the cool colors would be a yellow green, right? Yellow green. And then maybe a darker green, like bright green, all right? Bright green. And then maybe a turquoise, like this. Turquoise. And then a blue. Right? Right. And then on this side of the spectrum, we're gonna go with coral or orange. You could go with orange or, no, but I don't, we already have orange here. So putting orange on top of orange is not gonna be good. So I'm not gonna do orange. I'm going to do, let's see, how about this red? Just, this is the lipstick red, and then some of this wild berry magenta. If I can get any out of there. Come on, girl. Squeeze on out. Squeeze on out. Oh. There we go. Oop. And what other color? That was my magenta. Oh, I forgot purple. Y'all, I forgot purple. Here's a purple. Violet Pansy by Folkart. Yes. Okay, there we go. So before I start with this, I'm gonna get my credit card and smear down the paint like so. Wipe, squish it down, smear down the paint. Wipe, Squish it down. Smear down the paint. Ooh, can you hear that? That's my mom's tea kettle. She likes to let it scream for a while. Okay. Here I have a stamp pad. Stamp pad. So let's see, what can I start with? Oh, I have a few. Okay, don't laugh, but I found this in the parking lot at work. It's some kind of sprocket rubber thingy. I think it belongs to a stroller. And I got it because I thought, wouldn't that make a good stamp? I didn't even clean it. Gosh, I should have cleaned it a little bit because it was laying them on the ground. Yeah, that's good enough. Let's see. So I'm gonna pick up some paint and stamp. Oh, awesome! I like that. That makes a really cool mark. Check it out. So ladies out there, if you got a stroller, you probably got one of these things on it. I think it came from a stroller. Looked like something that would be in a stroller. Oh, I like that. Super cool, super cool. All right. So there's that. And I'm gonna put some marks here while I have that. You just never know what something, what you're gonna get with some stuff. That's really neat. Oh, this is a keeper. A keeper. Yeah. This is a tube of register paper roll. And I like it because it's got these little holes in it. And it makes some really cool marks too. Watch. Okay. Let me clean the purple off of here. And go with, how about some blues? I'm gonna put some blues up here. There. How cool is that? Cool. And I'll stamp some extra ones down here. All right, that's another mark making thingy. Oh yeah, I found this is a rubber washer, and I happen to have one of these little wooden craft wooden thingies, and I just glued it on there. So, because it makes wonderful little lifesavers. Now see, this is what you can do with just regular junk. Yes, regular junk. And another cool thing too is, now you could do this with just plain black paint. That would be cool too. Credit card. Watch this. Perfect lines. Perfect lines. Little Need lines for those little lifesavers. There we go. Some lines for the lifesavers. Isn't that cool? Alright. Now, where are my regular stamps? Looking for my box of stamps. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is another cool little thing I like to use. This is one of those plastic sun catchers. Yeah, you paint inside of them and you hang them up and they reflect the light. Excellent stamp. Watch this. Cheap too. Ooh. That one kind of gooey. I picked this one up. It's really big. I picked this one up at Hobby Lobby. It was like 68 cents. Yeah, that's a little bit goopy right there, but that's okay. We're gonna keep that. And there's another yellow goop. Yellow goop. Yellow goop. And of course you could be, you could try and get everything. Just pick it up. Just a big stamp. There we go. Make some good lines. Also recently picked this one up too, which is pretty cool. This is the same kind of stamp. And I picked one up at Walmart too. I don't know where it went. Yeah. Yep. You can see here. All right. What else I got to make? To make lines. Oh yeah, this is a foam stamp, just a regular foam stamp. Now this is starting to get a little nasty, so let's see what I'm gonna do. Oof. Clean my, there we go. Just gonna refresh it a little bit by sliding it down, and then sliding it down. When it starts to dry a little bit, and you could just lightly mist it with some water. And I'm gonna put this stamp down. Look at that, oh, psychedelic flower. And stamp. Stamp over here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna let this one dry and get back to these are starting to get, uh-oh, this one got a little stuck. Dagnabbit. Yeah, I'll put one of these on top, but that's okay. recently I've been working on an art journal, and been making pages with crazy pages that I do like this. So I've been needing to do this, and this is great because all I have to do is cut it out the shape I want and just peel and stick. Now this is was left from a what you call those things? They're little stick-on buttons made of foam to lift stuff up, like three-dimensional buttons. Yeah, one of those. That's what this is. And I'm just stamping it. Okay, and then I had used this cardboard piece that I had cut off. All right, there's some more art. Now, on this one I had, yeah, this one I made a lot of design, the first layer. But it's still a little wet, so let me dry this real quickly. Alright, it's dry enough. And for this, I'm going to add some airbrush colors. Airbrush colors are a liquid like ink acrylic. It's kind of like, well, they're like fluid acrylic, you know, just inky. And I'm just going to spray this with some water. And just drop a few drops here. And take my brush and spread it around. Just spread it around real good, cover it up. Dagnammit. I'm trying to hurry up. This video is already gone over an hour. I wasn't expecting it to be this long. Okay, it's well covered and juicy. And now, oh, we already did that. So what I'm going to do is, what do I have? Paper towel. While it's still wet, I'm going to lift this up. And just to top it off, I'm going to spray it with some red Tatter's Angel Shimmer Mist. And where is this? Yeah, this is that paint eraser. I'm just scratching the surface. To make a design. Could also do that with a I like this. It's looking pretty good. I'm slightly scraping some paint off. But these paint chips are very sturdy. And they like that kind of thing. They treat them rough. All right, I like that. Weird. Well, this is gonna be the end of this video. I still have a lot more playing with these papers, and if you want to see them completely done, I will be using them in my art journals. Okay, thank you for watching. Have fun. Don't be afraid of the paint. Just throw it on there, let it dry. If you let things dry between layers, you'll be surprised what can come out of. You know, the worst thing you can do with this is mud, and then what, you wipe it off and gesso over it and start again. Just have fun. Thanks for watching.